Talk about Palworld. Now, I'm excited for Palworld, obviously, overall, with the upcoming trading card game. I've been playing the video game, currently level like 64 or 65 or something like that. And, I've been having, I think I have like 80 hours in it or something like that now. Fantastic video game. I'm loving it, and I just can't get enough, right? It's a super fun video game. I'm going to be playing it tonight on Hypnotic Gaming Live after the stream's over. But the trading card game is about to release. We are 8 days away. We're 8 days away from the trading card game releasing officially on July 30th. And like we spoke about in my last segment, the game is sold out pretty much almost everywhere. It's very difficult to get any of these packs anymore. It's sold, last we heard, the numbers were over 3.5 million packs. And for a first round, that's pretty damn amazing, considering that this is just a survival craft video game, guys. Like, this is like a survival craft video game going mega viral outside of its own ecosystem and doing it the right way. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you guys want to see more content like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join me every single day, 9 p.m. over on the main channel, where you can catch me live every single day, 9 p.m. Eastern. I hope to see every single one of you there. Now back to the main video. So we all know about the partnership with the TCG card game that's coming, and I wanted to go over this video and also go over some of the salt that people have towards Palworld, because there's a lot of it. There's a lot of salt, guys. It's really insane, man, like how much this game has affected people that supposedly don't play the game. But in any case, let's first look at the positive and check out this card opening video. So I saw this video. This is coming from the Collectibles Guru. It says Palworld is officially coming for the TCG market. One of the first Palworld official card game packs has already been opened ahead of the July 30th launch. Now, the ironic thing is that if you go on eBay right now, you're going to see a ton of Palworld cards that are available, that are being sold as singles, and they're being sold for pretty high prices. I'm assuming these are people that had access to the packs early and are trying to list them early. This thing has been chaotic, dude. It's been absolutely insane.
It's
Let's take a look at it.
Welcome to the first ever booster pack opening of Dawn of Palpagos, Palworld official card game, first edition.
Dawn of Palpagos. Is it not Palpagos? Or is that just me being like ultra Hispanic? Palpagos? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
7 cards per pack. Can't wait. I've been waiting. This is the first time ever of a card opening in general. I've never opened cards solo. If you're like, why are you opening it like that? Well, that's because I don't know what I'm doing. So we're going to open it like this. Oh, I don't want to show the card either. Oh. Okay, we got it.
So if I make a TCG channel, do I have to be like super hyper like this when I open up packs, or can I just be like, yeah, we're about to open up a pack? I get why people do it. I don't care. I'm not hating. I think it's interesting. I think it's good.
I don't think
you gotta be like,
is a way to
be like screaming. This is why I don't have a TCG channel, because for me, like when I'm collecting TCG, I am like super focused. Right, just like with manga, super focused. I'm not gonna be like screaming or anything like that, But I understand why you have to. You gotta be energetic,
like back to the front, and it's that. But it's the first ever one, so here we go.
All right, let's go. Let's see this.
Oh, nice. Okay, we've got black.
By the way, I think it was Carolyn. I forgot who said it. I think it was her. Somebody said this character looks like my avatar. The fuck? No, it doesn't. No, it does not. That's crazy, bro. Like anybody with hidden eyes or something is immediately my character? That's insane. No, he doesn't. Stop lying, chat. Stop lying.
Marketeer. I'm going to put them right there in the back.
Oh, Wumpo Botan. Nice.
Ooh, this is a pretty one. I've never seen this one before. Wumpo Botan.
I'm actually curious how the game is going to play. I really am. I'm curious how the game is going to play. Because I do want the game to be fun too. Like, I don't just want to collect it. The extra cards that I have, I want to be able to play it. So hopefully the game is pretty fun to play.
Cute. Oh, the treasure chest found. I love that. Look how pretty.
Yo, how much do you think a Sekhmet card is going to go for? I don't even know if they have a Sekhmet card, but if they do, can you imagine how much it's going to go for? Everybody's going to pay a premium. Everybody's going to pay a premium. Everybody's gooning over that fucking pal, bro. It's insane.
We've got a flame cauldron. Very pretty. Very pretty, very pretty. Love that. Daydream deep slumber.
Nice.
This is going to be really good with its color. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I like the art
so
so far.
3 left. Oh, just kidding. What the? I got a freaking Lily knocked. So cool. What the heck? Oh, what? There's 2? Okay. Lily knocked. Very pretty card. Providence of the Goddess. Look at this very nice little like
I like the hollow. Looks good.
hollow. Rainbow look. And then what do we get? Ooh. Oh,
that's sick.
This is different from
That's
look at those
sick.
Triangles. What the
That's
heck?
sick. I like that.
The antique curtain. This is very pretty.
That's pretty
Let me
sick.
see the difference. Let me see the difference. Let me see the difference. Yo, okay. You see the difference right here? Ooh, pretty, pretty. And that's my first ever Palworld booster unpacking.
That's pretty sick. Like I have, so like I said, I have 3 boxes coming, 3 booster boxes coming. So I think it's 7 cards a pack, 12 packs in a booster box. So I'm going to have a decent amount of packs to go through. And then I have the trial decks that I'm going to be having as well. So if I do decide to make a TCG channel, there'll be plenty of content to upload. That's for sure. Plus I have, I think 2, 4, 6. I have 6 booster boxes of Gundam coming as well. I have GD2 Gundam, Dual Impact, 2 boxes. I have GD3, 2 boxes, and GD4, 2 boxes. So I got a lot of TCG coming in soon that I'm, pretty excited to, jump back into. But in any case, so that's the video for that. Now let me go over a little bit of the craziness that is going on. But first and foremost, there was an article written that says Palworld lead promises you will always be able to play Pocket Pair survival game. Why would you assume it had an end of service? Guys, like these people, I don't know how they're going to keep winning, but they find ways. They find ways to keep winning, right? So we already know the conversation that's happening around video games losing physical media and around video games will like stop killing games, right? And how, these video games, they end up like the service ends up dying. It seems as if Palworld already has a plan in place for end of service, where if they ever get to that point where the game is not sustainable anymore for themselves, they will allow you to be able to sustain the game on your own. I mean, that's just so fucking base, bro. I mean, think about it. You could already host your own servers right now. So is it really that hard to believe that you'll be able to continue playing the game? I think that's great. That is absolutely amazing, especially with a video game like this. They continue to make other companies look like children. That's really what it is. With these other companies that are saying, oh, it's so hard to come up with an end of service plan for these online games. How could you expect us to do that? And then you have Palworld, you have Pocket Pair, who had 12 developers and a $6 million budget to come out with a massive video game that a ton of people are playing right now. Over 40 million players, over 30 million copies sold, and they had an end-of-life service plan probably before Stop Killing Games was even a thing. It honestly, it's amazing. It's amazing. So shout out to them for that. Now, with that comes a lot of salt, okay? Have you guys noticed that there seems to be a trend now where everybody is essentially sleeping with Nintendo's girl? What do I mean by that? So Nintendo obviously got felted by Palworld so unbelievably hard that they tried to sue the company, right? Which we're going to go over that in a second because, guys, we have another massive W. Another massive W. Not only did the patent get rejected from Nintendo in Japan recently that we went over in the other stream, but apparently there were some comments that were made against Nintendo that were a little bit sassy, according to some articles. So we're going to go over that also. But in any case, there are basically everybody now, after seeing what Palworld did to Nintendo, or I should say Nintendo's girl, everybody's doing it. Did you guys see the Fortnite trailer that came out recently? Bro, small creatures, big bonds, epic battles. On July 23rd, dive into a new collection of creature-based games where sidekicks take center stage. Even Fortnite is sleeping with Nintendo's girl. Look at this. This is crazy, bro. Bro, that's crazy.
Oh, it's on. Let's go.
Bro, Pokemon fans would be like, oh my god, that's such a ripoff of Magikarp. You already know, bro, you already know what's coming. I know I'm joking, but am I really though? Am I really though? Think about that for a second. Think about it. Like, oh my god, the yellow dog, that's gotta be a ripoff of Pikachu. Dude. Cuddles and chaos. Oh my god, bro. Seriously, dude. Like, even Fortnite is getting in on the creature capture nonsense, right? So it's amazing how we talked about the Streisand effect many times, but Nintendo literally Streisand not only Palworld, but after Palworld's massive success, they essentially Streisand their own competition, which is crazy. It's crazy. They Streisand their own competition to now they're at the point where everybody's gonna do it. And don't get it wrong. Like, there's gonna be a lot of bad video games that are gonna come out from this, right? But there's a couple of video games that I'm looking forward to that aren't just Palworld. One of them is Dokave, right? Dokave is the video game that is from the creators of Crimson Desert. That game looked insane. And considering that they delivered on pretty much everything that Crimson Desert promised, I have no doubts that this studio will hopefully also deliver on everything they promised with Dokave. Because if Dokave comes out, bro, oh my god, dude, that would be insane. But I know it's been in development for a while, so hopefully they could get their shit together and make it happen. But the point is that the amount of competition that's going to be coming out now is insane. And yeah, maybe not all of them or any of them will be as big as Palworld, or maybe not all of them will be as big as Pokemon. But at the end of the day, the one thing that Nintendo tried desperately to stop, and they did try to stop it, I don't care what the Nintendo fans say, ultimately they did try to stop competition from happening. They eventually just Streisand their own competition. And it's not just the one that they were worried about either. Now everybody's coming out and doing it, right? So anyway, you got that. But let's go over here. Let's go over here really quick, because this is interesting, right? So check this out. Before we get into the salt, the Japanese Patent Office has officially had enough of Nintendo, rejecting a patent attached to the Palworld lawsuit with rarely seen sass. Now, everybody knows Nintendo has been filing patent after patent after patent after patent nonstop. They've been filing it nonstop, trying desperately to find a win against Palworld with no win in sight. Right? Ultimately, what's going to end up happening is they're going to get barely anything for it. The patent office came back with a Tommy gun because Nintendo basically said, well, let me go up here. The office was apparently unimpressed by the fact that selecting a Pokeball displayed at the bottom right of the screen causes Ash to throw it. If it hits Pikachu, Pikachu can be captured. But it expressed this while citing a gameplay video from 13 years ago, which we went over the other day, of the unofficial indie game Pokemon Generations. The video now has new comments reading, "This game defeated Nintendo in court, and you saved Palworld." Bro, that's crazy. But it's not that simple. Nintendo fired back at the patent office in a counter-argument, telling the office that it acted extremely inappropriately by citing a copyright-infringing game like Pokemon Generations in its rejection of its ball-throwing patent. The patent office then came back with a Tommy gun saying this argument has no bearing on determining inventive step, but if Nintendo really wanted to talk about copyright infringement, accuracy should take precedence. So in that case, it continues, the notice would need to use cumbersome descriptions such as an object in the form of a small animal instead of Pokemon, an object in the form of a boy wearing a red cap instead of Ash, an object in the form of a small yellow animal instead of Pikachu, and an object in the form of a small green animal instead of Bulbasaur, and a spherical object with a red upper half and a white lower half instead of a Pokeball. However, continues the patent office, even with such rephrasing, the logical structure of the grounds for refusal remains unchanged. So basically, what they're saying is that even if you reword it and resubmit it, it's not going to change the fact that the logical outcome of the refusal remains the same. So the refusal is going to remain the same no matter how much you try to change the words and to try to make it something that you could take advantage of. They're like, yeah, no, that's not going to happen. The structure is the same. The grounds for refusal is the same. All of it is the same. Our decision is unchanged. Nintendo's not happy about that, obviously, and they filed a petition against the rejection. So we're going to talk about that later down the line because it's currently under review. Now, you do have, man, this, I don't know who this guy is or this girl, whatever, but holy shit, man, do they hate Palworld, bro? They hate Palworld. Think about this for a second. Look at this. An average gamer says nearly 90% of Palworld 1.0s came from Steam. It's definitely dead on consoles, bro. So he's been trying, like, they've been trying to, like, say that Palworld's dying and dead. But since the Steam numbers keep going up, now he can't say that. So now they're trying to be like, oh, well, it's dead on consoles. Are you fucking kidding me, bro? Are you kidding me? First off, it's a survival craft video game. It's a survival craft video game, right? So naturally, it's going to be more played on PC. Survival craft video games are way bigger on PC than they are on console. Not that they don't have a fan base there, but it is huge on PC. If you look at any of these survival craft video games, they're always going to be huge. Not only that, there's over 30 million copies sold. So if you look at this, the remaining percentage of this, the 14%, whatever it is, that number on 30 million is not a small number, my guy. It's not a small number. You know, so if you look at that, it's amazing how the goalpost always moves because they're so desperate to try to get that win, to get that own on Palworld. Guys, Palworld is a video game that you're meant to finish. You might get thousands of hours out of it, but you're meant to finish it. You're meant to get max level. You're meant to max out your pals. You're meant to do all the content. You're meant to finish the game. Everybody in their mind has it where it's like, oh, if it's got to be live service capable. It's not supposed to be. Not everything is supposed to be live service capable. Palworld's not trying to be a live service video game. It's an online video game that you could choose how you want to play it, either solo or with friends, and that is it. A survival craft fun video game with a really cool online experience. That is it. It's not meant to be your marathon, which, by the way, how's Marathon doing? It's not meant to be any of the live service style video game. It has an end to the game, which is actually kind of nice these days, you know? But in any case, look at this. I'm trying so hard not to laugh. Palworld's console performance is leaking, and man, all that hype just for this, and it's only a $20, $30 game. Imagine, bro. Imagine trying to be so, like, I don't even know how to even explain this, bro. Like, you're shilling so hard for Nintendo that you're actually trying to say that because the game is cheaper or more affordable, that's somehow a bad thing. It's only a $20 or $30 game, I know, and that's amazing. It's not a $70, $80 game like Nintendo's Pokemon. Or it's not a $70, it's not a $100 video game masking itself as a $70 video game with day one DLC that costs $30. Because that's exactly what Pokemon is. So why exactly is $20, $30 a bad thing? That's actually amazing. And by the way, that's right up where people are spending on average on video games. The average amount spent on video games, I believe, was like low 20s. So what are we doing? Now, obviously, console gamers spend on more on average. I think it's like 40-something bucks on average. But what are we doing, bro? Why is that an own? No, what do they keep using players? Ha 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 ha. They advertise copies sold, by the way. They use players and copies sold. It's not like they use one or the other. They use players and copies sold. That's why we know both information. It says on PlayStation, the game moved around 300,000 additional copies post 1.0. That's additional, by the way. So that means that copies that were sold after 1.0, which means there's millions of copies sold before 1.0. On Xbox, copies since 1.0 reached a little under 70,000 copies, about 1 million in revenue. I would be so curious, and we all know it's not going to happen for obvious reasons. I would be so curious as to the level of success Palworld would have on the Nintendo Switch. I really would. I really would be real curious because I have a feeling that these hardcore Nintendo Pokemon fanboys are fearful that if Palworld were to ever release on the Nintendo platform, it would actually do so well that it would challenge some of the more newer Pokemon games. I really do believe that. I think they are fearful of that particular reality. You're more obsessed with Palworld than those who actually play and enjoy Palworld, and I shall post this meme every time because it's legit how you're acting. Quit having fun! Quit having fun! That's amazing. So, I mean, but in any case, you know, listen, Palworld's not going to come out on the Switch for obvious reasons. You could blame the hardware, but obviously it has to do with the fact that Nintendo would never allow it. Nintendo would literally never allow Palworld on the Switch. I highly doubt that that would ever be a thing, which is kind of funny because there are Palworld clones on the Nintendo Switch, but they specifically have a rage boner for Pocket Pair, so they're not going to want to do it. We all know that that's not going to happen. Hey, man, why can't you motherfuckers convince more console players? Because it's obvious y'all are modding it to make it look better than it is on PC. Brother, it plays better on PC. Survival craft video games play better with keyboard and mouse. Not every video game is meant for a controller or a console. What the fuck are you talking about, dude? What are you talking about? It was only recently that Civilization made its way to consoles, and they had to change the entire UI in order for Civilization to be even remotely playable on consoles. But before then, it was a PC-only video game because the UI was too complicated and you weren't able to mimic it on consoles. The fuck is this guy talking about, dude? I know, I get it, all right? Like, I get it, I understand that realistically, this kind of person is not really they're rage baiting, right? I understand that, but there's also a little bit of truth there, and I really do think this is like fanboyism at its most extreme, where they're really not trying to think 2 seconds past their face. They're just trying to say what they want to say and then hope that it rage baits people enough to get some likes and stuff. But realistically, I mean, we're really not doing that well. 74 likes. I'm sure if they keep trying, they'll be fine. So anyway, the salt is crazy. People are just not like, and again, it's not just him. I'm using this one post because there are so many. If you go through X, there are so many posts that are anti-Palworld. It's hilarious. But for every one anti-Palworld post, there's like 1,000 positive ones. I just find them to be really damn hilarious. But yeah, looking forward to the TCG. When I get my hands on it, I can't wait to open it up and kind of show you guys what that's about. And I know some of you have also ordered some as well. Cassie told me earlier today that she managed to order some boxes, so good for her. I think it's going to be great. It's going to be great. I cannot wait.